the opening of a $1.7 million training facility in Ghana, the United States of America has furthered its commitment to helping Africa move to greener energy. The training simulator will aid in the development of the regional labor force, according to Ann Gazer, the Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for International Security and Non-Proliferation for the United States. She revealed additional U.S. support for making Ghana a small modular nuclear reactor regional training hub and center of excellence for the sub-Saharan African region when she joined Ghanaian counterparts on September 13 for a two-day first regional conference on civil nuclear energy development in Accra, Ghana. To establish Ghana as a regional training hub for nuclear power technicians and operators, Ann Gazer indicated that $1.7 million in financing will support Ghana's nuclear workforce development. This will include providing an SMR control room simulator, university partnerships, and academic exchanges. She said, with this collaboration, Ghana would be in a position to train a workforce competent in nuclear technology that complies with the highest international standards for nuclear safety, security, and non-proliferation. The Foundational Infrastructure for Responsible Use of Small Modular Reactor Technology FIRST Capacity Program, in which Ghana has taken part since 2022, provides funding for this project. Residents downstream of the Akosombo and Kpong dams have been advised by the Volta River Authority to be cautious and take precautions in advance of a controlled spillage in the coming days. This is a result of the two dams' water levels rising steadily over the past few weeks owing to constant rain. In a statement released by the Corporate Affairs and External Relations Unit on September 12, 2023, the VRA informed the public that it had noticed a persistent rise in the inflow pattern and water level of the Akosombo Dam, that in line with this emergency preparedness plan and standard operating procedures, it had duly notified key stakeholders of the development. The statement said the reservoir level indicates that they may need to commence controlled spilling in the coming days should the situation persist. The VRA therefore cautioned all residents along the Volta River and downstream of the Akosombo and Kpong Dam to be on alert and take the necessary precautionary measures. The authority further stated that it will closely monitor the situation and collaborate with important stakeholders to regularly deliver information to guarantee quick response to emergencies. The Ministry of Economy and Finance of the Republic of Korea and the African Development Bank Group are co-hosting the 7th Korea-Africa Economic Cooperation Ministerial Conference in Korea's second-largest city, Busan. The three-day conference, which is under the theme Embracing a Sustainable Future, Just Energy Transition and Agricultural Transformation in Africa, is strongly calling for additional resources to help African countries achieve universal access to energy and transform the continent into the breadbasket of the world. The conference is taking place at a time when Africa is facing a plethora of challenges. Nearly 600 million people on the continent have no access to electricity. In addition, despite rapid growth across the continent, hunger is still pervasive in some countries, affecting some 283 million people. The Russian-Ukraine war has exacerbated this figure, so also has the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and climate change. The bank's group president, Akinwumi Adesina, said the conference presents a critical opportunity to galvanize support for several objectives, including achieving universal energy access in Africa and advancing a just energy transition. Doing so will require additional resources, according to him. Korea's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Economy and Finance, Kyung-go Chu, underlined the crucial role that Korea and Africa must play. He highlighted Korea's strength in high-tech industry and innovative technology. He said, "This is the reason why Korea and African nations under the aegis of QUAFEC have agreed to deepen the collaboration with much more emphasis on mutually beneficial investment." Brent crude rose above $93 a barrel for the first time this year on Thursday as optimism about a tighter supply forecast for the remainder of 2023 outweighed worries about sluggish economic growth and swelling U.S. inventories. The International Energy Agency predicted on Wednesday that Saudi Arabia and Russia's further reductions in oil production will cause a market deficit through the fourth quarter, which came just before a disappointing data on U.S. stockpiles caused a temporary decline in prices. Thomas Varga of oil broker firm PVM said that the genuinely bearish stock report only led to a brief temptation to sell and speaks volumes as well as undermines the market mentality. The tightening oil balance will remain the dominant price driver for the rest of 2023, he added. By 12:30 GMT, Brent crude had risen $1.38 or 1.5% to $93.26 after reaching its highest level since November 2022. West Texas Intermediate crude, which had previously reached a 10-month high, increased $1.48 or 1.6% to $90. Following a U.S. supply report that showed increased crude and refined product inventories, both benchmarks had fallen on Wednesday. Priyanka Sagdeva, senior market analyst at Philip Nova, said supply fears are underpinning oil prices as producers adamantly stick to restricted production. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries released updated demand predictions the day before the IEA report, and they too warned that if production cutbacks are sustained, there will be a supply deficit in 2023.
Visit www.energyghana-magazine.com for more on these stories. Energy Brief is proudly brought to you by Airport View Hotel. Energy Ghana TV. Local in focus, global in perspective.